Hello everybody and welcome to a review of the vlogs released in 2024. I hope you had a great Christmas. I think I have. No idea, I'm going this far in advance. What I do know though is I'm having Christmas in Hungary this year, so that'll be interesting and very exciting. First time I've ever had Christmas in a different country. Speaking of different countries, there's a couple of them this year. Trips to Portugal from October 2023 and a trip to Hungary in March of this year. There's 14 instalments of the vlogs this year, technically 13 vlogs, and I'll go more into that when we get to them. But let's have a look, let's go over the best of the vlogs, released in 2024. So we start off with a review of some of the vlogs that I did in European countries. First of all, the 3 vlogs I did in Portugal, in Lisbon, in October 2023. I did these as part of my 40th birthday, and my god, it was warm, it was hot. So we have 3 vlogs here. We have Belém and Lisbon, clip from there. We have Policio de Pena, which is one of the locations I really wanted to go to, and it took me 2 attempts on that trip to get there. And finally, Castelo de São Jorge, or Georgia, St George's Castle in English. Let's have a look at what happened in some of these vlogs.
Maybe that's why the castle ramparts are closed. They're being guarded by the peacocks. But looks like you won't be able to get to some of the castle today, unfortunately, but there's the keep. Another revisit, maybe? Photograph's been done for the lady. She likes her flowers.
Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. I act like a monkey and I smell quite like wee. No. Oh god. It's actually quite strange thinking that when somebody asks your age, you're now 40. My head still thinks I'm in my 20s. It's really weird and strange and odd, but it's happened. I'm now in my 40s. And I never thought this day would come, really. I was kind of the dream of interesting of what I'd do my 40th, and I'm actually away in lovely hot weather in Lisbon, so it's been an advantage in some respects and a disadvantage in others. But overall, we had a nice day, nice meal, everything was enjoyable, and I loved it all. And yes, I may be missing someone, but do you know what? She'll make up for it when I go back later in the week. So yeah, 40 is cool. I'm at level 40. Put it this way, if you class myself as an 80s computer game, this is the last year I actually have a working level. Everything starts to go wrong after this.
So a bit of confusion with room numbers, but this came to Mum and Dad's room because for some reason they've got me in that room for my birthday from the hotel. Thank you very much, my story Tasia. Much appreciated, and a bit of a surprise. Have to raise a glass later on. Hello everybody. I'm here today in Belém. It is Friday the 6th of October 2023 and I've just noticed there's somebody playing music in the background, so there we go, content ID. So, I'm in the grounds of the palace. It's time tickets at the moment. So my time ticket is at 1:30, which is about an hour and a half away from now. So I have an hour and a half to explore the gardens, then a tour of the palace, and then the trip back to Sintra main town so I can get the train back. All in all, it's going to be quite a fun day. It's quite shaded around here as well, which will help when the heat starts kicking up a bit more. So, and Sintra seems to be a little bit cooler than Lisbon today, which also helps. So yeah, time for a bit of the explore the gardens. Where does it go? Nobody knows. Well, I probably do, but I'm not going down there just yet. Garden of Camellias. It's autumn. So the leaves are starting to fall and most plants aren't flowering anymore. I'm sure it's quite colourful and lovely in the summertime. Very peaceful. And there's a camilla tree there. You can see some of the flowers that have passed away or died off for this year rather. There's another one there. even though it's autumn, still stunning.
If you're a regular viewer of the vlogs, you know that castles are a common occurrence in the vlog subjects. This year's no different for the Scottish variations. I have 3 this year. Castle Fraser up in Aberdeenshire. We also have Newark Castle, which I've been wanting to go to since the vlog started in 2016. Almost didn't say that right. And finally, a small castle on the way up to Elgin called Duffus Castle. Let's have a look at them all. Okay, into the palatial palace. This is a unique feature of Newark. These are press beds. So there used to be beds that pulled down for you to sleep in. And they're apparently the only surviving example in Scotland. And I know I've said in other castles which are better examples of paintwork on the beams. This one's still got paintwork on it, as you can see here. It's not as extravagant as an Aberdale or even Hunting Tower, but even so. So this part of the palace was built by Patrick Maxwell in 1598, something like that, late 16th century, and he was a very influential man, but very bad man, because he's known for being quite nasty to his wife, also murdering a few people, but because he was such a help to King James VI, they kind of brushed it under the carpet. Just shows even 400 years ago, you still get people who can do terrible things and still get away with it. Take note, certain politicians. In the 1590s, this castle underwent a major remodelling by Sir Patrick Maxwell. It was transformed into a Renaissance mansion with a newly ornately decorated north range. Private stair to the wine cellar, and it looks like we can go down. Let's have a look. Oh. Steep steps and a low ceiling. Suppose it's a good place to keep your drink. All these labyrinth of tunnels here. Bit of a watering, isn't it? Another storage cellar with a slop drain in the corner. These cellars are one of the places where, when Newark was sold in 1694 by the Maxwells, it became a storage place. And lots of things were stored here, and I will clarify it, but I think that's possibly why the castle's still in good nick, because it's been in continuous use up until it went into public care, that it was maintained to an extent. A salt box. Of course, salt was very important in the Middle Ages and into the Renaissance era because it was such an expensive thing to mine. What I have found out is that Scotland used to have its own type of salt, kind of grey salt, which was a lot better quality and a lot more expensive. And it was marketed out by, of all people, the English, with their lighter, whiter salt that we all have today. But yes, Scotland used to have a grey salt that they used to mine. Not far away from here, if I remember rightly, there is in Fife there is actually a salt dredging operation. So basically they would take salt water out of the sea and then they would distill it and evaporate it. And it was quite a big operation. You need to go down there sometime and have a look. because the remains are still there.
Last time I was down here was down in that field. So we did some reenactment stuff. So I'm at the top of the round tower at Castle Fraser. It's such a beautiful view round the area that you can see. It's a little windy and I forgot to bring my wind muff today, so I have a bit of work to do in post-production. But this castle was started in the late 15th century. It was completed by 1620. It is a palatial home at the end of the day. It went through some generations of Frasers, different branches of the family tree, until that died out in the late 19th century. And then it was bought on by another family, the Cowleys, who basically kept it until the mid 20th century, and then it was passed on to the National Trust for Scotland, which is its current owner and maintainer. But yeah, it's an interesting castle. It's been extensively renovated in the 20th century, and certainly worth a wee visit in the middle of nowhere. And literally, it looks like the middle of nowhere, the rolling hills of Aberdeenshire. It's a lovely little place. There's a walled garden to look at and walk over there, which I shall do very shortly. But yes, let's keep exploring. Up the stairs we go, up the stairs we go, me, I am Badio, up the stairs we go. Let's see where we get to. Can you tell I've been travelling for 4 hours and I want to talk to myself? Other people are about to come up and have a look. Looks like I'm not the only one. Now let's go into the main part of the castle. Porter's Lodge. Obviously a lot of support work going on here. Ooh, don't need the toilet. Wouldn't like to have my bum come out of that. All
see a stairwell of some sort to get up here. It's quite palatial. Looks quite good. The stairs to Lord's Hall, which you won't get to see in an enclosed way, but here we are. We've got Lower Hall and the Lord's Hall. So Lord's Hall is what I'm scanning around just now. And then we'll go into the Lower Hall, like this. What a lovely view of Morayshire. Now, can I see at any point towards Lossiemouth and Elgin? No, it's not going to let me. Not from this side anyway. We're not far. It's stunning blue skies today, which really brings out the beauty in some places. This is wonderful. Down the steps we go, down the steps we go, ee-ah-dee-da-dee-oh, down the steps we go. I definitely need some social company. You may have noticed this year the backgrounds have been different of where I've been filming stuff. I seem to be a bit more relaxed. That's because I'm not in my own bedroom all the time. I'm actually in my own flat. I bought my own place and moved in late March, early April 2024. More about that coming up in 2025. However, the intention was to do regular house moving vlogs as part of a kind of like mini arc. I've only released one in 2024, and that was the whole process of getting and buying this place. Here is a clip when I find out whether I have got the offer I wanted. I don't know how to start this. I said in the last clip that I'd put in an offer for 92. The solicitor called this morning and they said that they feel that 92 wasn't enough. Now, I'd done an in-principle mortgage based on a £14,000 deposit, so I called the bank and they were asked to do an in-principle on an £11,000 deposit. That £3,000 extra has been used to pay the additional value, because I understand that the loan to value in principle has to be to the value that's listed in the property in the home report. So they would only give me money up to 92, so I had to make sure I had something aside to pay for extra money. So I did £11,000 deposit to get the rest of the mortgage. They give me 81 in principle, and I put a total bid in of 95. Now, it was put in, it was submitted, which is fine, and I got a text from the estate agents 1:05 asking me to send a copy of the decision in principle. And I thought, just admin. It's just admin. Because there was two of us, potentially three, bidding for the property. I then get a phone call 2 minutes later. I'm out on a walk. I'm actually walking up High Street in Glasgow, just turning into Ingram Street. And I get the phone call from the solicitor. And she said, my offer of £95,000 has been accepted. I was standing by a shop, I collapsed against the wall in shock. This is unbelievable. I've spent so many years talking about getting a house, saving up the money for it, looking at the properties, having the small setback thinking I can't get terrace houses, let's look at flats. Finding this property, going for the viewing, it's the first viewing I did, liking what I'm seeing, the potential of white goods being included as well, in an area that I like, the decor is more or less move-in, and they accepted it first time. I am extraordinarily lucky. Karma has shone on me today, and I really count my blessings. There's of course one other location I visited in Scotland that was released in 2024, and that's on the way up to Inverness, round about Newton Moor, that sort of area, is Ruthven Barracks, which stands and parades and is like a sentinel over the A9 in that area, and I thought I'd finally go and visit it, so I did. A prison cell. Not much headroom for you, because obviously there's posts there for floors above. A couple of floors. Interesting. We go into darkness. What are we doing? Oh, there's nothing in here. Oh, that's me happy. I've seen a vaulted ceiling. To be fair, the building that's here is actually a little bit outside my usual vlog periods, because usually I'm one for the medieval and Renaissance castles. This is a little bit later. This is 18th century. Can I get in there? Is it possible to get in there? I can't see anywhere of getting in. I can, but I need to go down that way, potentially. Yeah, I can get down there. Okay. Right, okay. Maybe don't want to go in there because that's where the soldier used to pee. There's no way of getting around here, was it? Just... there must be some way of getting in. I just can't see it. Unfortunately, I can't see it. I don't think I can get in here. I think I'm stuck. Oh well. Oh, another empty space. The thing is, you guys are seeing more of this with the camera than I am, because it's a bit darker on my vision. It's quite amazing, this camera, for adjusting to the light. And by the time this is recorded, it's a 4.5-year-old phone as well. I've kept this one going. Again, another room I can't get into, or can I? Oh, I can. This is what was affecting the other side. This is one of the barracks. Okay, so there we are, look. 3 floors, barracks there. Built to accommodate 60 men. Right, mind my head. Ooh. Very basic fireplaces. Decent windows though. That's a bigger chimney breast. You get 60 men in here, 2 to bed, a double bed. It's quite cramped, isn't it? If you think about it, that's quite cramped. So it's built as 2 barrack blocks. So you've got this one here, and then that one behind me. This is the parade ground. But the parade ground on the for training redcoats and all that. So it was attacked by Bonnie Prince Charlie on the way up, on the route up in 45, August 1745. Successfully repelled the attack of 200 strong Jacobite forces, loss of just 1 man, shot through the head by foolishly holding his head too high above the parapet. Oops. Weren't so lucky in February when Bonnie Prince Charlie's men returned and they surrendered. But it was on the 19th of April here that Bonnie Prince Charlie said, "Fend for yourselves." So I wonder how many more of these are actually doable, visitable. Venera, Kilcumin, and Inversnaid. So we can get to Inversnaid, that's the closest one. I think that's round about where the rest of Be Thankful for is, and the military road up there. So that'd be interesting. Yes. Bakehouse and Brewhouse. Oh, you can tell there's an oven there. Now, I've mentioned Hungary a lot on the channel in the past couple of years, probably because I'm going out with Hungarian. But this year was the first year I actually managed to go and visit the family. I don't have anything of them, but I do have visits that we went to as little trips. First of all, I went to Budapest and we got 2 videos done. One on the Pest side of the Hungarian Parliament, which is a very early morning for us, but it worked. And secondly was a video to the Matthias Church on the Buda side of Budapest. And yeah, let's have a look at these. And also, I'll throw in here a visit to Eger Castle, Egrivar, which is about half an hour away from where my partner stems from, where her hometown is. And it's a lovely little castle as well. Now, I have been to all of the major free Glasgow museums. I haven't vlogged in all of them. Until a couple of years ago, I hadn't vlogged in two, the Borough Collection and the Riverside Museum. I still haven't done the Riverside Museum, but that's something that's coming up very soon, because I'm still going to film that. But the Borough Collection was done in 2022. It didn't get released in 2024 because it's such a long video, 3 hours worth of footage. And it was really long, really, really long. And I was going to have a 50-minute video, so I decided I'd split it. So part 1, which happens to be the most viewed vlog of 2024, was released, and then part 2 followed the following week. So here is the best bit of the montage, I think, because it's mostly montage, the whole thing. Here's the best bit of the montage from the Borough Collection. Now, I've covered 3 of the Hungarian vlogs in this video. I haven't covered the 4th yet. This is the second most watched vlog in 2024, and it is the Baradla Cave, which was a cave system which is on the Hungarian-Slovakian border, and it is stunning. Now, I'm not going to be showing the light show that's in the middle of the vlog because I got a copyright check on the last time. But I am going to do a bit of the montage that comes just before, just to give you an idea of how beautiful this cave really is. Okay, that's it. That's me for the vlogs of 2024. Leave a comment down below and tell me what your favourite vlog is. Please do so. If you like this video, please like it, share it with the hashtag teamstructor, hit that subscribe button and notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. General, new video every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. Yeah, just about. There's one more of that, which is next Sunday at 4 PM GMT, which is the channel update. Then the schedule is changing, and I'll tell more about that in the channel update itself. But there is a video coming out tomorrow at 6 PM GMT, which is my first impression of the Christmas special of Doctor Who, Joy to the World. Yes, I'm 5 days late, but then again, I wasn't hungry. I didn't really see it properly. I couldn't really record it properly until I came back and had a better view of it here in the UK. So I've already watched it, and I'm going to review it. So yes, this is going to be interesting, seeing what my thoughts are compared to everybody else's who've jumped the shark and bolted with their opinions for 5 days, but never mind. But apart from that, thanks very much for watching. Have a peaceful and brilliant new year. I certainly am going to try. And I shall see you in 2025. Well, tomorrow with the first impressions, but apart from that, in 2025. Until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching this year. And you know what? I'll see you later.